Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's another Sunday, which means it's another One Piece day. Alright, chapter 1075. Labo Phase Death Game. Well, that doesn't sound good. Is this the Battle Royale Oda was talking about? Let's hope not. Because if it happens, then a Battle Royale usually suggests someone's dying. But then again, we also had one in Skypiea, so I don't know. Alright, the genius scientist gets an audience with the 5 elders. Come in right now, was that an explosion? Was it an accident? Hopefully he hasn't caught in the midst. So is that same sound effect again? There's supposed to be heels. What if it's not heels though? Have an idea, but let's keep going. Because of this cover, people are saying that Vegapunk is a rat. How does that make sense? Why would that be the case? I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Alright, I figure... Did you take out the cam snail? What's up, Luffy? Did something happen, Helmet? Of course he calls him Helmet. I'm not hearing their voices in my ear anymore. You know what else makes that sound? The kutok, that we just assume to be heels? A stick. Where are you, Vegapunk? Okay, so Nami's already packed up a whole bunch of treasure. And she's ready to just pop off. Brilliant. We're looking for the Stella. Fine, I'll set it down here, but we have to pass this... oh god. If they actually get it on the way back... You know, these are synthetic diamonds for industrial purposes. So, I guess we're just going to be walking around and trying to find him. What I find curious is that we are now given also like a schematic of the actual buildings, which usually indicates that in some way is actually going to play into something. So your face is just a mask then. I can change my looks and body however I want. Those are organoids in these what? Can you make organs? That's amazing. I thought they were dismembered bits of Vegapunk. So this is what I mentioned before, right? Like the whole introduction of Vegapunk, despite him being just a single character, he invalidates so many on the crew. Because, obviously, originally, with Vegapunk you would think that it's Frankie's arc, but at the same time, it should also be Robin's arc, right? Because of the history angle, and it should also be Chopper's arc because of the medicine. So I'm curious how we actually go away from this. Because I kinda want this to be a little bit of a level up arc too, but with the battle already starting, I don't really know. I'm still kind of salty that the whole smile thing was never addressed back in Wano. What should be the Zoro arc? I wouldn't be surprised in the least. And I'm pretty sure I didn't break this one. I swear I definitely didn't bang into anything. Brilliant. So somebody's just taking out all the cameras? There's someone here inside the lab, and they can't see any of them. Is Kizaru already here? If Kizaru is actually already here, and the dude is just zipping around destroying cameras, well then wouldn't that be interesting? Because he is light. Wait, wouldn't he be able to just bypass the entire defense system? What if he literally just took Saturn, brought him in here? Okay, that's actually something we don't know, right? Because he can turn into light, but he shouldn't be able to just carry around Saturn, right? Think we're back. Today is not my day. Alright, where did we leave off? Because usually when the stream dies, it's actually like quite a bit behind. Alright, they got a snail too. Yes, somebody sniped my snail. It's ridiculous today. So we're literally just checking in with all of them. Bubble gun. Yeah, it shoots ultimate bubbles that can deflect anything. So deflecting things is now an attack. Well, yes, it's kind of been an attack, right? That's the whole hockey thing. Hang in there, will help you. He's got no head. Brutal, they blew his head off. Of course, his head is just literally walking back. Don't stop, it's just me. It looks more like an enemy. This is definitely the work of an enemy stand. It doesn't make any sense though. I'm finding it impossible to... What? Okay, now I'm starting to something is very sus here. Even more so than before. Could we have made a mistake in the design stage. Are we back? Kizaru, stop, please. Please do. Please stop. The Seraphims are back, and now they're attacking everyone. It doesn't make sense. I'm Vegapunk. She won't listen to my orders. There's an insider somewhere here, and it's definitely not Momo, because when I went downstairs, he's sleeping. Definitely not Momo. We're gonna speedrun the chapter, because clearly the stream isn't cooperating today. Alright, that traitor. It's not supposed to work this way. Don't even joke about that. You know we can't beat them in a fight. We created them to be the ultimate form of humanity. Okay, so this is where the question I raised a couple weeks ago becomes very important. Because remember how a couple of weeks ago we talked about how it's a super odd thing that, like, the Vegapunks can't override the orders of other Vegapunks. Because in this case, that complicates things. Because this order could have been given by another Vegapunk. Which now sort of seems like the reason why it was written in. So is there a traitor? Is one of the Vegapunks actually a traitor? I don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. S-Hawk, S-Bear, stop. Whose orders are you following? Okay, so Shaka the Good is clearly not the traitor we thought he might be because he's good. Because he's giving them orders right now, and they're not stopping. So that confirms Shaka is definitely not the traitor, right? Okay, so Lilith also explicitly says stop, and nothing happened. So it's definitely not either of them. I don't know. I don't know. I still don't buy the traitor. Alright, let's keep going. They're not obeying orders. What if they're not obeying me? That will mean that Vegapunk gave them their orders. And if the down radion being trapped in the railroad plant from starts, then someone is trying to kill us all. Oh my god, are they actually going to team up? You Seraphim think we're a big joke? Strawhat, Roronora, what say we hit a pause on old scores and team up for a bit? Take off these cuffs, and we can help. Well then, okay, they're definitely gonna team up. I think that much is for certain. So we're actually going to see them fight side by side, so that should be fun. But now I'm confused. I don't think it's Vegapunk. I really don't. I really don't think it's Vegapunk. The second one, I think the second idea is pretty cool. Because that makes sense. It got to 100, and now it's ready, right? But no, I think everything started before it hit 100, didn't it? Or did everything go wrong when it hit 100? I don't even remember anymore. Teaming up with Lucci was the last thing I expected? Definitely. Teaming up with Lucci is definitely not what I expected at all. But what I am questioning now is the katok sound. If it is a stick, what if Saturn is already here? Is what I'm thinking. Because we have literally no clue what his power might be. It could literally be anything. And if they are serious about sending him over here, I mean, Saturn is the god of time, right? It could be some sort of timey shenanigans. I don't know. The traitor is the one who got attacked and lost his head. Look at the shadow Shaka saw on camera. It looks like a head with two hands. Alright, let me look it up. Pythagoras. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Shadow. I'm assuming you mean the one where we, like, have the close-up of Vegapunk, like, over his shoulder, right? Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, this one, to me, looks a lot more like Saturn. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the whole thing he has, the whole square head, and the whole thingy that he has, like, going down his hair. To me, that looks a lot more like Saturn. Which also, like purely from the time-wise, right? Let's say it is his stick, the whole katok. So he blew up Pythagoras, and now he just casually walks up to the camera and annihilates it. I don't know, I think that's what's going on here. To me, the shadow looks like Saturn. I think so. The fact that the cameras are getting taken out tells us that the one who did that knows where they are, so it's an inside job. Saturn wouldn't go sneaking around on the zone without Kizaru and 10 battleships with him. I would agree with that to some extent. To some extent. But at the same time, we literally have no idea who Saturn is. Which I think is the wild card in this one. There is literally zero basis we have for Saturn. Saturn, if he is a god of time, he could literally have the ability to stop time and move around for, like... I mean, he could have the world, basically, is what I'm saying. He could stop time, move around, stop time, do it again. Things like that. I don't know. I think that makes so much more sense. Because I don't think Vegapunk is getting scammed by Vegapunk. I just don't like that. The sentient laboratory theory, that I kind of dig. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty neat. But to me, it's Saturn here that's the smoking gun. Because the fact that he was introduced to be on the move, and now this just so happens to be happening, like right now, I don't know. Though then the question arises, if this is really Saturn, and if he's able to single-handedly sneak into the laboratory and start causing this sort of mayhem, then I feel like it might be very bad. Because let's say Kizaru is the one who zipped through Vegapunk's defenses, right? Because he is light, so lasers and stuff doesn't work on him. He can literally just zip past it. So let's say he was the one to infiltrate the laboratory, and then just set it up for Saturn to go in. And then Saturn cleans it up from the inside. Yeah, I've got no idea. My current theory is that it is Saturn, basically. Well, whatever the case. Next chapter should be fun. The fact that we're going to see Lucci and Kaku fight side by side is going to be brilliant. I don't know how it's going to go. I have a feeling that it might not go exactly how we think it might. Because I think we're right back to those Sabaody parallels, I'm not going to lie. So I kind of hope that that is what happens, honestly. I want to see them get defeated. I'm going to be honest. I think we need... I've been saying this for months. I think Luffy needs to get knocked down a few pegs. I really do think so. But anyway, we're going to keep it very short today. I'm going to give a chapter rating. And then that's where I'm going to leave it for this week. Otherwise, I'm going to disconnect and reconnect 50 more times. This chapter feels very short, so I'm at least glad about that. That it wasn't like a huge chapter that we've had all these tech issues with. Feels like it's a short one. Egghead is the new Sabaody arc. We started off light, then went into slavery plots, and now we're getting attacked, so this will end badly. I think so. I think so. Right now, my bet is that this is either just Saturn or Kizaru and Saturn is basically... That's like where he excels, potentially. Moving on the inside single-handedly, and then when they actually like deactivate the defenses and take over the actual army, like the Seraphims, that's when they're going to bring in everyone else. That's my current headcanon. I don't know though, I could be totally wrong on that. Anyway, the rating for this chapter, it's a very short one, so I'm going to give it a relatively tame 8.8 out of 10. Definitely not influenced by me disconnecting 50 million times, and not being sort of salty about that. But good chapter. I think the Katok is a stick, and I think it's Saturn, and I kind of hope we get defeated. That's the review. Ship it. I think, by the way, I think this is definitely what Oda meant by the Battle Royale thing. Because, like, all of them are literally being split up. I think what this is going to be is we're going to be fighting a lot of different enemies at once, and basically it's going to be a battle of survival until we all regroup and somehow escape. I think that's what the rest of Egghead is going to be, honestly. I feel like each of these little groups is going to be intercepted by someone, and it's going to basically be duels to see who lives. I don't think anyone's dying here. I think if anybody is dying, it's going to be either Law or not Blackbeard. Either Law or Garp is my two death contenders right now. I think the Straw Hats, I think all of them have plot armor. Very, very strong plot armor. So I think we're fine on that. But yeah, that's the chapter, I guess. A short and snappy one. I'll see you whenever I see you. Have a wonderful start of your week. And then, yeah, I'll see you sometime. Bye-bye.